Hey, what up everyone? Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. So in today's video we're going to explain what to use for the Devil's Lair Nightfall coming up this week. So I do want to quickly mention that unfortunately last week we had the issue with the weapons or the crafting bug. I do want to say I don't care if people were using it or anything. Good on you for actually doing it. You had a bit of fun. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Personally, I'm just going to stay biased because I didn't really care for the whole thing. But getting back to the point of this video, for Devil's Lair, these are the builds that you should be using. For Hunter, first one is a Void build, Grafalcon's design, Ashes Assets, Harmonica Siphon with Heavy Ammo Finder, Firepower, Grenade Kickstart, Bolstering Detonation, Arc Resist, Harmonic Resistance and Harmonic Reserves, Insulation, Stack on Stacks, Inversion. Reaper, Powerful Attractions, and Empowered Finish. The reason why I'm adding Empowered Finish is you can swap that out between that or a Bomber mod. If you're getting in close with a Void build and you're also using this aspect that I want to quickly show you, Echo of Insecurity I believe it's called, or Instability, Obscurity, sorry, Echo of Obscurity, finishes, final blows, gradual viz, that will just give that benefit there. Aspects to use, Vanishing Step, Stylish Executioner, obviously, Obscurity, Echo of Instability, Echo of Dilation, Echo of Starvation, Maskman Dodge, Triple Jump, Snare Bomb, and Vortex Nade. I will be straightforward with people. The Snare Bomb is a guarantee to no matter what. Jump is your preference. This build only works best with Maskman Dodge. It's not designed to throw or use the Smoke Bomb. It's designed to use ammo like it's going out of fashion and delete everything with Volatility. I like to use Deadfall because I can get that much more faster, or you can pair this with Mobivius. It's your call and what you want to use. The next build I'm going to recommend is another Void build. I was using this for this week's one as well, which is fantastic, and this was an Orpheus Rigs design. So what you want to use for this one is Font of Wisdom, Heavy Ammo Finder, Grenade Kickstart, Firepower, Arc Resist, Harmonic Resistance, Solar Resist, Invigoration, sorry, Stack on Stacks, Powerful Attraction, Time Dilation, and Reaper. The mods you want to be using on your subclass: Trapper's Ambush, Vanishing Step, Trapper's Ambush, Echo of Dilation, Echo of Obscurity, Echo of Starvation, Echo of Persistence, Gambler's Dodge, Triple Jump, Snare Bomb, and Vortex Nade. You want to also be tearing this with Deadfall. You can pair this with Mobivius, but if you pair it with Deadfall and you keep tagging large groups of ads, you will get your super back more effectively and faster. With this designed build as well, pairing it with a build that creates a lot of orbs will get your abilities back and your super back most frequently. I will show you a little clip. It's not a clip, but an image at the end of this of what this build pretty much and how many orbs I created during the battlegrounds in one Nightfall with some dumbass LFGs who didn't know how to do their jobs as Phoenix Wells. But I'll get back to that and another story and another time. And the final build is just an easygoing one that I think anyone can use. It's more for fun or whatever, and that's a Foe Tracer design build. A lot of people are probably going to be questioning, but Fox, you can use Arc. If you want to use Arc, by all means, go ahead. I'm going to just save some exotics for Arc builds to use. You want to be using Liar's Handshake, Star Eater Scales, and that's about it. And the reason why I say that's all you want to use is because I did this last season with people who were trying to use Shinobus, and I use Shinobu's Val. They work, but they don't. They're not as effective as what people make them out to be. Unfortunately, the way Arc is, you want to just be using a Star Eaters or Liars build because you just want to be in close, punching everything or away from everything, demolishing it with your super on a ×4 Star Eaters charge. Otherwise, this is what I recommend for a Foe Tracer design. Heavy Ammo Finder, whatever ammo siphon you're using, I use my commemoration, so I'd be using a Void Siphon, Harmonic Siphon with a Strand weapon. Best weapon to probably pair is the Quicksilver Storm with this build. Otherwise, bolstering detonation, grenade kickstart, firepower, fastball, sorry, not firepower, arc, void, and solar resist, recuperation, stack on stacks, inversion, bomber, powerful attraction, and reaper. What you want to be using on your subclass is whirling maelstrom with widow silk. You want to have shackle nade, threaded spike, triple jump, marksman dodge, silk strike, thread of warding, thread of generation, thread of binding, and thread of continuity. With this build here, the design of it with Foe Tracer is to create a lot of tangles and just shoot them for whirling maelstroms. Little side effect to make the blade work and take out the ads for you, which will help you get tangles and other ads. All it does is design an ad clearing build and a fun aspect to Strand again. I would recommend highly tagging this with elemental munitions. Otherwise, that is all for hunters. I'll go to warlocks next, and we'll do the titans last. Alrighty, we're on the warlocks now. So with the warlock builds this week, I'm going to recommend what I've been rocking for Devil's Lair week, or the upcoming week. I would recommend what I was using this week. This is technically I will be uploading a personal video on it myself, but this is one of my more favorite builds this season. So it involves harmonic siphon, ashes assets, heavy ammo finder, firepower, harmonic loader, grenade kickstart, arc, void resist, and probably another soul resist. I put harmonic scythe reserves for a reason, and that is for the weapons. Just so you guys get a heads up, I use fixed odds and sunshot. I didn't use sunshot. I used another weapon, but I use fixed odds for my heavy. Recommendation for this upcoming week: fixed odds and sunshot for this week. But getting back into it, so back on the armor, the exotic we're using is the Phoenix Protocol. So this is designed to get your well back extremely quick. Pair this with the Orpheus Rigs build that I put on the Hunter, and you will have your well back infinitely throughout the entire Nightfall. Stack on stacks, recuperation, invigoration, powerful attraction, and double bomber. What you want to be rocking on your Daunts or your Solar class is Icarus Dash, a Touch of Flame, Ember of Ashes, Ember of Searing, Ember of Resolve, Ember of Benevolence, Healing Rift, Burst Glide, Celestial Flame, Fusion Grenade, and Well of Radiance. That's what I would recommend highly for a Solar Warlock build. Sorry, it's late while I'm making this, guys, but it's all good. The other two builds I'm going to recommend, one being this Vesper build. So if you want to play aggressive, this is how to probably utilize a Vesper correctly. But Ashes assets, kinetic siphon, heavy ammo finder, fastball, bolstering detonation, firepower, void resist, solar arc, and harmonic resist or arc resist. Inversion, stack on stacks, recuperation, powerful attractions, utility kickstart, and bomber. Recommendation for this one, you could also change this to arc resist if you change this with a Song of Iriud or something that is arc related. With this build, I'm actually doing some tweaking, so there are a couple of mods that I am going to actually quickly change in the build while I explain it. But you want to have Arc Soul, Electrostatic Mine, Pulse Grenade, Ball Lightning, Burst Glide, Healing Rift, Chaos Reach, Spark of Ions, Spark of Shock, Spark of Magnitude, and you can use Spark of Volts, but I believe it is on the next page. It's called Spark of Brilliance, this one here. Defeating a blinded target with a precision damage creates a blinding explosion. So if you pair this and change your grenade to blinding grenade, what this will do is two things. It will pretty much just make an infinite blind build, but at the same time, you will be making a lot of enemies just go boom. They'll be gone. They won't notice what's actually going on, and it'll be a crazy ass ad clear. That's just a recommendation. Obviously, there is more you can do if you want to change or tweak builds out more. That's just an opinion. The other build is a Sunstar build, which is one of my more favorites. Which all you got to use is Kinetic Siphon, Heavy Ammo Finder, Ashes Assets, Grenade Kickstart, Bolstering Det, Firepower, Void Harmonic Resist. So this is Arc and Void Resist. I'm using Charged Up because I'm actually going for an increased build where I'm going to throw more grenades than what you'd actually expect me to throw. So we're going for that extra mile in grenade throws. Recuperation, Inveneration, Stack on Stacks, Distribution, Bomber, and Powerful Attraction. I'd recommend just double bomber distribution. It can be ifty call, varying on where you want to go. Otherwise, that's kind of it for the Warlocks this week. Another couple of exotics that I'll chuck into the mix that people can try out if they want to try a Void build. Controverse Hold, making sure you're using Chaos Accelerant and the Devouring aspect. Or the only other build that I could suggest, and this one is taking a Bat, and that's a Xenotaph build if you're trying to speedrun. Otherwise, we'll go over to the Titans next. Titans, you got it easy this week. You don't have to do a lot. Alright. The last part of this is just the Titans. So with Titans, there's only really two builds that you guys should be using for this week's Nightfall. If you have a rough edge team or your LFG, take the third build, which will be the last one put up, because that one will be better. Otherwise, the first two builds should be what you should rock to make fast and easy runs, and these are the two builds. First one is the base mode Heart of Immos Light. So then we're going with a kinetic siphon mod, Ashes to Assets, Firepower, Fastball, Grenade Kickstart, Void Resist, Harmonic Resistance, Charged Up. So we have an extra armor slot. You can take away Charged Up for another mod. If you need another resistance, chuck one on. If you want reserves, put a reserve mod on. Instead, Repercussions, or Recuperation, sorry. Stack on Stacks, Inversion, Powerful Attraction, and Double Bomber. With this build here, you'll constantly be thrustering and throwing your grenades everywhere. Making sure to use these sort of aspects in this build to it. Touch of Thunder, Knockout, Spark of Ion, Spark of Resistance, Spark of Shock, Spark of Magnitude, Thruster, Catapult Lift, Seismic Strike, and Pulse Grenade. With T-Crash, Thunder Crash if you are not already. I'm telling you now, if I see one LFG that I do this with, using goddamn Fist of Havoc, you're going through a world of fucking pain on my end. And you will not stop hearing about it until the fucking very edge of the run. Otherwise, going over to the next build, we are going with a Cures of the Falling Star. So this is just another way just to nuke everything. Ashes to Assets, Bolstering Detonation, Fastball, and a Loader. Reserves, Soul Resist, Harmonic Resistance, Triple Surge mod. So the point of this build here is just purely as a delete mechanism. The other way you could rework this build is to use the Heart of Immos Light build. It's just a exact replica, but just changing it with the chest piece to use this chest piece instead. Otherwise, Time Dilation, one distribution and bomber. Knockout, Touch of Thunder, Spark of Ion, Spark Resistance, Spark of Shock, Spark of Magnitude, Thruster, High Lift, Seismic Strike, Pulse Grenade. I'm always going to say this one, the jump is, and the ability, they're your call. The jump, I don't really give a shit what you guys use. It's more or less just what the class ability is. T-Crash. So, like I said, if you don't want to go with the nuke build, like what I'm kind of going on the name here, then I would recommend building into what the Heart of Immos Light is, but just change the exotic over. So instead of Heart, you'd have Cures, and you'd have the same stat distribution into the same areas. Otherwise, the final build, if you have got some, God help me, mongrel teammates who are useless, and you got to use the Titan, I would recommend using a Strand Titan. Hands-on, Kinetic Siphon, Grenade Kickstart, Bolstering Detonation, Double Bolstering, Heavy Ammo Finder, Charged Up, Void Resist, Arc Resist, Inversion, Recuperation, Stack on Stacks, Empowered Finish, Distribution, and Powerful Attractions. And if anyone's wondering why is Fox so negative towards LFGs, it's because this week the LFGs have been actually dreadful, even before the funny weapon glitch, or whatever you want to call it. The LFGs have been dreadful. A lot of people do not want to use mics and that, and it can be a shit show. This is why I upload these builds for people. I didn't even get to say the subclass, but what you want to use in the subclass is Rally Barricade, Catapult Lift, Frenzy Blade, Shackles, Dangerous Lash, Banner of War, Threaded Transmusician, Thread of Mind, Threaded Continuity, Threaded Generation, and making sure you're using the Abaya Leap to max out your Dangerous Lash. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want to just do chill runs with me on Twitch, by all means, come on to the channel. I stream there 5 days a week. So, otherwise, till then, enjoy, have fun, subscribe.